Hey guys, it's refrigerator sherbet, and well, I actually haven't actually talked about what I'm like and who I am. So this whole commentary is going to be about me. And I was born in 1992. I'm 18. Um, let's see. My dad died September 25th, 1998, and I was 6 years old. Um, my grandpa died 3 days after my birthday party, and my grandma died just recently, about a month ago, on the day of my graduation. Um, I live in Detroit. I live in a trailer park. You may think I'm poor and crap, but kind of not. I mean, just because you live in a trailer park doesn't mean you're poor. It just means you got more money to spend. You know what I mean? You don't have to pay for, you know, a whole bunch of stupid stuff that you don't need. I mean, whatever you got in the trailer or that you can fit in the trailer, it's more money in your pocket to use. Well, anyways, um, I don't know. Like I said, my dad committed suicide, and live with mom and my mom's boyfriend. He's really really cool. Um, he's very he's a really good guy. He's a nice guy. He's like the dad I never had, and I've always wanted that dad figure to be around. And I don't know, like it's really hard living without a dad. It's really difficult because you need someone to talk to. They can talk about like guy issues. I mean, it could be like about school to girls to sports to jobs. Just asking how his day was, and it's something I never had in my childhood. And my dad and my mom were divorced, and he committed suicide up north in Myers in a Myers parking lot, and yeah, he just shot himself with a 44 gold-plated uh, Beretta, and I don't know. Like I said, it's really difficult dealing with this, and just like I don't know, like my graduation party was tough because I didn't have my dad, my grandma, and my grandpa there to see me graduate. And my grandma told me like a month before she died, when she was living on her own, she goes, Robbie, I'm trying to stay alive so I can see you graduate. And I mean, she died the day of my graduation, and she was comatose, and she was in a coma, and she took her last breath maybe like an hour, 45 minutes before I started to walk. And I told my mom before I got my diploma, I said, you know what, when I get my diploma, I'm going to point to the diploma and then point to the sky for my dad, my grandpa, my grandma. And this is way before I knew she died. And, I was walking out and I see my mom crying. And I'm like, uh-oh, is she crying about me graduating? I found out why she was crying, because grandma died. And, it's really tough on me. And, for someone like Optic Hex to make fun of my dead dad, it's going back to COD 4. We were in the quick scoping lobby on Kill House, and we had Trojan Man there, and can't remember, but I know Optic Hex was there. And we just joined, and then, I don't know, crap hit the fan, and then Hex says he worked at AIG. I said, you're the main problem that why the economy went downhill, and because AIG was a big issue. And he says he makes more money than my whole family. And I said my dad committed suicide, and he goes, good, he deserved it. And I'm sitting there thinking, I just read it off on him, and eventually he apologized. He's like, okay, I'm sorry. And then he only apologized to shut me up. If he was really sorry, he would have kept his mouth shut. It's been over a year and a half, 2 years, and he's still bringing me up in one of his recent videos on August 2nd, the free for all on Favela. He talks about Red Wings 101. But you know what? The whole fake of the death thing, I do have to explain this. That was to get all the haters off my back, because when he came out with the video saying that I won't 1v1 him, that just made a whole bunch of fanboys get on my back, and I was, I was getting a whole bunch of comments and messages saying, you should kill yourself like your dad did. You're just like your dad. Your dad committed suicide because he's seen your face. And I'm like, how could people be so cold-hearted? I mean, so I pretended to be my brother. Yes, I'll admit, I faked my death. And just to get the haters off of my back, and I changed my gamer tag. And he says I did it for attention. If I did it for attention, I would have told people who I was. So I didn't obviously do it for attention. I didn't gain any subscribers from it, so I don't understand why I would do it on purpose. Or to gain attention, like I meant. I did it on purpose, but not to gain attention. And so just to get the haters off my back them off. And I was actually surprised. Al Caponage, he's the one that was, making fun of me and my dad. And he was actually legit Optic back then that actually apologized. So I do want to thank Al Caponage for apologizing. He may not remember, but, he stood out. And I do remember that. So not the whole Optic clan is douchebags. I mean, you get 1 in a million. That's very nice. And so yeah, he says I did it for attention, which I didn't. And then he says I started the whole quickscoping thing. I know Optic was not a quickscoping fan or a quickscoping clan. They were a sniping clan. And everybody back in COD 4 no scope. No matter where you went, there was a no scope or ACOG. And I seen D-Treat's montage, which had 2 views back then, and I just wanted to do something different. And so I started quickscoping, and me and Trojan Man and Slash Mafia eventually would show other famous people how to or showed them, like, give them, like, what's the next new thing. And Trojan Man did most of the work. I'll give him credit for that. He did most of the work because he had all connections with the famous people. I would just follow. And, they all started doing it, and I guess they liked it, and I guess they recorded montages, and they showed their fanboys. So I don't know how it spread like an infection, I guess. And I'm not saying I started it. I never said I started it, but a quickscoping heist. If you knew what a quickscoping heist was, it's like to steal a heist. And I stole the popularity, you know what I mean? So it just seemed like, when I started to do it and showed the famous people started doing it, and it spread like an infection. So, you can call me immature like all you want, call me a fanboy, but if I was a true fanboy, I wouldn't be, making fun of Optic. I mean, there's a lot of Optic fanboys out there, and I mean, and he talks about how, there's a difference between a fan and Optic. An Optic fan watches his videos. Optic fanboy changes his gamer tag, and he doesn't like that. Well, you know what? If I was in his spot, number one, I'd be the nicest person in the world, as I am. And him, I mean, I would be, happy that someone's changing their gamer tag to something like mine. That'd be awesome. I mean, it's like Steve Eisenman or Brendan Shanahan or Mark Messier, walking, playing hockey, obviously, as they do, and then you see a little kid running around with their jersey on. You're not going to like the little kid because he just has a jersey? I mean, it's just with Optic. He's Steve Eisenman, and you got Optic fanboys running around with his Optic name. I mean, I'd be proud of it. I mean, it's like, you're getting known. You're known. You're famous. That's cool. And I guess he doesn't like it. I mean, it shows how considerate he is about his fans and everything. And there's more haters than ever, which I'm proud to say. And you know what? He I don't know. He wanted to 1v1 me, and I said no, because back then I didn't have Turtle Beaches. I didn't even know what Turtle Beaches were until, World at War. And so he, okay, I knew what they were, but I didn't know where you could get them or anything. So he had Turtle Beaches, and he wouldn't play with Radar, and he would dead silence or whatever, how it shit stuff, whatever you want to call it. And I said, no, I don't want a 1v1. I want a 1v1 with Radar. Now, people say, Radar, it's, what noobs use. You know what? I use Radar because I know where the person is. So does the other person. Okay? You both have the same exact thing. So you can't say, oh, you beat me because with radar. You know what? You had the same exact thing as I did, so don't even start. And he denied it. So I denied his 1v1 without radar. He denied my 1v1 without radar. So if anything, I have to call both of us pussies. Because I'm scared to 1v1 him without radar, and he's scared to 1v1 me with radar. If Optic was, if Mafia was good enough to join Optic, and I'm definitely better than Mafia, what does that tell you about me? I mean, I'm better than Mafia by a long ways, and he beat Optic Hex. What does that, once again, what does that tell you? I mean, I can beat Optic Hex, but, you know, once again, I don't snipe every game on ranked match. As you can see, I make videos of using just regular guns and getting over 100 kills a game. So I don't sit there and practice 24/7. I never snipe in a ranked match unless it's like a wasteland. And so yeah, I just had to get that out. I'm sorry. You know, I'm tired of people's crap on Xbox. They can hide behind a TV and talk crap, but as soon as it comes to real life, they won't say anything. I'll tell you that right now. I really, you know, I'll give you my address in real life, and I would love to see you. You know, I'm a football player. I was a linebacker / nose guard. I don't take crap. I'm probably one of the nicest people you've ever met. And I was watching a show on MTV, If You Really Knew Me. And I looked at some of these jockeys, you know, football players, and they said, you know, if you really knew me, you would know that I don't like to play football. I only do it to impress my parents. And, you know, so I'm going to say, you know, if you really knew me, you would know that I'm a nice guy. I love to play games. I don't like to take crap in real life. My dad committed suicide. I miss my grandma, grandpa, and dad. I really don't know what else to say. But, you know, I do have to say this. Optic Hex, if you're watching this video, act your age and act mature. Because, you know, at the age of 18, and you're, what, 24, 25? I have no idea. But you need to act your age. I'm more mature than you. And yes, I'll agree that faking my death was immature, but that was the only way to get the haters off my back. And I thought, haters make me stronger. You know, it just gives me, it adds more fuel to the fire. And I kind of like it. And so if you have more haters, please keep them coming. Least I could do is, you know, yell back at them, which I highly, like, once in a while, I rarely do. Or I would just block them. And so yeah, Hex, you know what? Please act your age, act mature. This is a response to his favela video when he trash talked me. And you know what? I'm just tired of his crap. He's sitting there a year and a half, 2 years later. He's still talking about me. And you know, seriously, it's, you're how old and you're acting how old. Your mentality level is very low. So you know what? If you want to talk, you know, add me, VRanger V. I got, you know, 50 friends on my friends list, Hex, and I really do want to talk to you, man to man. But I mean, if you're gonna start crap all over again, I don't mind. And you know, that 1v1 still up for grabs. I'll play with radar. I won't play without radar because, you know, you may have Astros, something that's really good, something I don't have. So, once again, 1v1 is still up for grabs. Radar always on, Rust, and up to 30 kills. More than welcome to 1v1 me. And you know what? You can record it. I'll record it. Don't matter. Win or lose, I'll still put it up. You can still put it up. But if you lose, highly doubt you're going to put it up. So, X, Hex, douche, whatever, please act your age and be a man about this.